It is late. The world outside has finally gone quiet. But let me ask you, how long have you been holding on to that stress from this morning?
Yeah, that is really the million-dollar question for most of us, isn't it?
It really is. So tonight we are doing a deep dive into letting go. We're looking at the Mindful Gym program, which is this fantastic evidence-based initiative created right here in Malaysia by consultant psychiatrist Dr. Phang Cheng.
And what's brilliant about it is that it turns mindfulness from, something you just do quietly on a cushion into a really practical on-the-go life skill.
Right, perfectly custom-made for our multi-ethnic community. It actually reminds me of a good glass of Cham.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, because life, especially if you are navigating a demanding career, is exactly like that classic blend. You get the heavy, bitter challenges mixed right in with those deeply rewarding, sweet moments.
That is a very fitting way to look at it. And, well, balancing that bitter and sweet brings us right to one of the core concepts in the Mindful Gym material, the story of the cup of water.
The cup of water. I mean, we've all held a glass of water, right?
Exactly. And if you hold a glass of water straight out in front of you for a minute, it is light. Hold it for an hour, your arm aches.
Yeah, for sure.
But hold it for 24 hours, and your arm is completely paralyzed. The physical weight of the cup never actually changed.
But the longer you hold it, the heavier it feels.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
And psychological stress works the exact same way.
Right. Which the sources illustrate perfectly with that story of the local medical officer. He got harshly criticized by a senior doctor, like, first thing in the morning.
Yeah, a really rough start to the day.
And instead of letting it go, he just gripped it tighter. He carried that anger and shame through his afternoon rounds into the evening traffic jam and, well, straight into bed.
Just lying there in the dark, still holding the cup.
Exactly. But wait, let me play devil's advocate for a second here. In high-stakes environments, hospitals or corporate offices, doesn't holding on to that tension keep us sharp?
It definitely feels that way in the moment.
Right, because doesn't the fear of messing up prevent us from losing our edge? If we just put the cup down, don't we get sloppy?
That is the trap, right? But think about the logic of the metaphor. If your arm is paralyzed from holding a glass of water all day, you cannot actually use that arm to do your job.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess you can't.
Holding the stress does not keep you sharp. It just exhausts your mental energy. Science actually backs this up. Your brain needs short breaks to refuel. Without those pauses, you hit what is called decision fatigue.
Because your prefrontal cortex runs out of energy, right? So you make worse choices late in the day.
Exactly. Plus, neuroscientists found that when you step away, your brain runs these micro offline replays. It replays the neural patterns of the skill you were just doing at, 20 times normal speed.
Wait, really? 20 times?
Yes, it cements the learning faster.
Rare.
And if you take breaks, you shift into a soft focus where your best ideas just kind of solve themselves. Plus, moving around prevents postural rigidity.
Right, like that 20-20-20 rule for your eyes to prevent strain.
Exactly. Setting the cup down is what actually restores your edge.
So if the goal is not to magically fix the busy hospital ward, but just to rest your arm, how do we physically do that? The program talks about the mindful S.T.O.P technique, S.T.O.P.
Yes, and looking at the first two letters, stop, and take a breath.
Which seems like the literal action of putting the cup on the table.
It really is. You intentionally pause the rushing, and you take one conscious breath. Then comes the O, which is observe.
So you just notice what you are thinking and feeling without judging it.
Right, or trying to fight it. If your chest is tight, you just acknowledge, my chest is tight.
And by observing it, you become the watcher of the stress, rather than the victim of it. You are stepping outside the emotion instead of drowning in it.
Precisely. That brief moment of observation breaks the autopilot cycle. It gives you the crucial distance needed for the final step, which is proceed wisely.
Instead of reacting out of fear, you ask yourself, what is helpful right now?
Which was the big aha moment for our medical officer.
Right. The next time he faced a sharp comment, he used S.T.O.P. He did not spiral. He just noticed his frustration building, set the cup down mentally, and asked what was helpful.
It didn't make his senior polite, but it protected his own peace. He didn't become the pressure.
He just rested his arm. It is such a small shift, but it fundamentally changes how you carry your day. So what does this mean for you listening right now? 3 key takeaways.
Number 1, the weight of stress increases the longer you hold it.
Number 2, the mindful stock is your practical, everyday tool to gently set that cup down, even for just a minute.
Number 3, a really lovely Mindful Gym motto. Self-care is we care. Taking care of yourself is exactly what allows you to sustainably care for others.
Which brings us to our challenge for you. Tomorrow, the very moment you notice your internal stressmometer hitting yellow, maybe your shoulders tighten or your patience wears thin,
Try just one mindful stop.
give yourself that one moment of grace to rest your arm.
And as you wind down tonight, sinking into the quiet, we have talked a lot about putting the cup down.
But ask yourself, who originally handed you that cup, and did you ever actually have to accept it in the first place?